All right, so you're an entrepreneur. You're trying to find hidden profit opportunities, ways to make more money in your business. So whenever I talk to people about selling, and it's selling on webinars, selling in person, whatever it is, in marketing, period, you need three things, really, really important, three things. Number one, you need a rabid market, a group of people that have a big problem and they're willing to pay money to solve the problem. You need proof that what you do works, and preferably social proof, meaning other people saying, I tried it, it worked for me, etc., right? The third thing, that's what I want to focus on. The third thing is you need an irresistible offer. I don't even remember what movie it was. What was it? Make them an offer. It's Godfather?
I'm going to make them an offer he can't refuse.
So that's the idea. But an irresistible offer, what is that? An irresistible offer is where the value is greater than the price paid. Okay? When the value of what you're selling, in their mind, it doesn't matter what physically the value is. When the value in their mind is greater than the price that they're paying, they feel like they're getting a good deal. That's where it becomes an irresistible offer. But it's all about perceived value, right? Okay. So how do you build that value? Well, if you have multiple products, one of the sort of tricky, neat ways of creating more value and creating an irresistible offer is to package those products together and show them that they're getting something that's so much bigger, so much better, but it's at a really good price. In other words, it's a better price than if they bought those individually. But here's what it does. It increases the average order value, right? Now, if you go back to some of the things I've talked about before, there's three ways to grow a business, right? Get more customers, increase the size of the transaction. That's what we're doing. Increase the frequency. But take that, increase in the size of the transaction. You're spending the same amount of dollars to get them in the door, same ad dollars, but instead of them buying product A for $100, they're buying product A and B and C for $175. Maybe they're getting $300 worth of product, and they're only paying $175, but you got an extra $75. Well, your cost of acquisition didn't go up, but your sales value did, and therefore your profits will increase. And if you look at the profit, work out those numbers on a whiteboard. If you look at the actual gross margin or gross profit made in relation to how much you spent compared to if you only sold product A for 100, or if you sold those three products together at 175, that extra $75 does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of bringing in more profit because, again, the expenses already paid to get them in the door. So it's just like found money. And that's what this is all about. This money hunt that we're talking about is to how you look in your business. So one thing is to bundle them together. There's another thing that I love to do, which is to use other products as bonuses. Go back to that irresistible offer. In fact, it's become cliche. But wait, there's more, right? TV, the guys on the late night TV shows. My friend Kevin Harrington, as seen on TV. But wait, there's more. When you can do that in your business, in an offer, you can say, look, you're getting this, and you're getting a great deal, and you're getting this service, and no. But that's not all you're going to get. We have this other program that we created, and the reason we created it was because people who are doing this also have these questions and these problems and these issues. So this program, instead of you having to buy that, today when you buy this, you're going to get this one absolutely free. So you can take an existing product and add it on as a bonus. And when you begin to bundle stuff like that, it just creates massive value. I'm gonna take another little piece of that and say, I do a thing when I'm doing bonuses where I take a product and I call it splintering. So I take that product and I splinter it off into pieces. And what I find is that those individual pieces a lot of times feel like they're worth a whole lot more than that product altogether. So I'll take some of those pieces from this one and add it as a bonus, take some pieces from another product and add it as a bonus, where you bought this product, but you get this, and now you get this, and now you get this. One of these days when we go through building irresistible offers, I'll show you how I do my stacking process. But yeah, if you're looking for profit, more sales, more profit, more revenue in your business, take a look at all of your products and say, okay, yeah, I could sell these individually, but is there a way that I could sell them in bundles or packages or as bonuses? Use them in tandem, leverage them to be able to increase the order value and therefore make more money in the business. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope your mind is just set off in all the different ways that you can use this strategy that you just learned. But we have 17 of these cash flow catalysts, these ways that you can go on a money hunt, and we've put them on a checklist that you can download right now. All you do is go to jpmaroney.com/cashflow. Again, jpmaroney.com/cashflow. Put your email address in, hit the button, we'll give you instant access to the PDF and the growing series of videos in this Cash Flow Catalyst series. jpmaroney.com/cashflow.